Had to refresh. We have 5 most disturbing stealth camping encounters caught on camera. Spooky. Do what it says right here. You should totally do that. You know, like and subscribe. We be live on Twitch at Just a Kai. It is currently let me look outside real quick. It is currently 1:23 a.m. I am recording this on 1:23. What am I saying? It's 1:23 a.m. on a Monday.
He's been posting on the platform for the better part of a decade. His content covers
what do I
everything.
talk about, bro? I be sputtering.
Different adventures after
sputtering words.
And while most of it is nothing more than fun, one particular encounter left him shaken to his core. On January 18th, 2024, Ian posted a video going over the disturbing experience he had while stealth camping in a
We're not continuing this video until you drop a subscribe. Until you press that subscribe button, we not continue. I can't even cat to you, my boy. Oh, you said you did? I bet that.
McDonald's parking lot in Palm Springs, California. Stealth camping, for those who don't know, is when someone spends the night in a vehicle or tent in an area not officially designated for camping, usually while trying to avoid detection. It's often done out of necessity, curiosity, or simply for the thrill of it. And while it can be harmless, it also means the camper is completely exposed and vulnerable to whatever or whoever might be lurking nearby. This is exactly what happened with Ian on the 16th of January 2024.
I'm straight. I can't check. I'm straight.
For quite some time by that point, and had spent nights in much harsher conditions, like during heavy rain or in a sandstorm. So, staying overnight in a McDonald's parking lot seemed like nothing to him. Unfortunately, he couldn't have been more wrong. After setting everything up, he went to lie down in the back of his car. But just as he was about to fall asleep, he was interrupted by the sound of someone repeatedly trying to open.
If you're gonna be doing this bullshit, if you're gonna be doing this dumb bro, stay strapped up, my boy. Have a Glock 45 on you. One of them big motherfuckers, them big ass hand cannons. Gadu. Bro, if somebody's trying to bust in your car, let them. Honestly, let them. Once they get inside my car, if I'm camping in that shit, you about to have a fat ass barrel. Straight to your domski. I'm shooting your frontal lobe off. I don't care. Take me to prison. Take me to wherever you need to take me. Boom. I'm blowing your shit out.
His car's
blowing that shit back, boy.
Got out to see who
you think I'm fucking playing?
This is what he came across.
What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up? What's up, man?
Oh, hell no. Lock the doors, man. Make sure the doors stay locked.
What are you doing?
There was a man standing outside the
Nigga look like K-Son.
What made the encounter even more unsettling was that the man never said a word, even as Ian repeatedly called out to him, trying to get some kind of explanation for what he was doing.
Hey, bro. What's up?
How many times he gonna keep saying the same shit, bro? Eventually, just drive off. Just drive off.
Despite his panic, however, he made the wise decision to stay locked within his car and quickly drive to a more hidden spot in the lot. But that was...
What, my boy? You just got pressed by Baljit, and you're gonna stay in the fucking same parking lot. He didn't say a word to you, my boy. Bro, he got that machete up his butt cheeks. He got it ready, hidden and tucked. Right in between the crevice. You know, right there in that shit. Right, that good spot. Pause. It's not a pleasure spot. It's the good spot. You know when you wiping your ass, it feel good. What? He has the machete right there. He's ready to chop your shit limb to limb and put you on life leak, my boy. You better stay clear.
Because
leave
just
the
a few
parking
minutes
lot.
later, Ian spotted the same man walking around the parking lot.
I'm telling you, bro, look how he walking. He tooted up. He got that booty tooted.
Fearing for his safety, he drove to a completely different location and managed to sleep through the rest of the night without any incident. Still, the question remained, who was this man and what exactly was he trying to do? Ian never made a follow-up or shared any more info
Big-eared
regarding the
fucker
encounter in the video's description, so we can only speculate on what happened that night. Now, it's entirely possible that he was just a harmless, mentally ill person who wasn't fully conscious of what he was doing.
harmless and mentally ill in the same sentence. You gotta use your context clues, chilling scares. If he's mentally ill, middle of the night, in a parking lot, trying to open someone's door, you think he's harmless? No. I don't think Buddy's harmless. He's a fucking threat. What do you think he would have done if he was asleep? He didn't hear him open that car door. And he got in that car. Yeah. That motherfucker's not harmless, my boy.
This could explain
He's a
why he
threat.
didn't answer when Ian called out to
And
him.
he's just standing there like
walked
this.
away without a word. However, a far more likely explanation is that the act of trying to break into Ian's car was completely intentional, and when he was caught, he just acted confused and harmless to seem less threatening. Perhaps he really thought the car was empty and was trying to steal it. Or maybe he knew Ian was inside and had intentions to rob him or something far more sinister. His strange behavior also suggests
What you doing
he
here?
could have been under the influence of some kind of drugs, which would have made him even more unstable and, by extension, more dangerous. Fortunately,
You said best viewers on streamboo.com removed the space at WK6JUHZ. Yeah, that's fire shit though. That's fire.
Ian managed to drive away unscathed
W
before he could
bots.
find out the man's true intentions.
Mods, get him, bro.
On February 11th, 2024, stealth camping YouTuber Brendan Explores posted a video of him spending a night in the small village of Jaywick, England. The thing about Jaywick, however, is that it's been named as the most deprived town in all of England. The combination of high unemployment and poor living conditions has pushed many of its residents toward a life of crime. Brendan, however, wanted to see the village firsthand to decide whether it was truly as bad as the media made it out to be. His first impressions of the place were quite good, with him admiring the natural landscape surrounding the village.
You look like a pig.
What he didn't realize at the time was that this lighthearted escape to the countryside would soon spiral into complete disaster. It began with him driving through the town and searching for a discreet spot to park his van so he could settle in before it got dark. He eventually found a parking lot that looked promising and decided to make it his home for the night. But it didn't take long for him to start noticing a series of red flags in the area, like people riding around with gangster rap blaring from a speaker.
What's up with you England motherfuckers? Did he just say my nigga?
Rap blaring from a speaker.
Yo, England, chill. I know y'all like to drive on the wrong side of the fucking road and use that wonky ass calendar system, but yo, that don't give you the right to just say my nigga straight up in a rap. I don't care what you are, what you're from. If you're England, if you're in England and you're black, nah, I can't even say that, cause Skepta and shit. Nah, I can't. I take that whole claim back. He don't sound like that's.
And a group of street racers speeding down the road right in front of the parking lot. As the evening approached, he was also left right in front of the parking lot. And a group of street racers speeding down the road right in front of the parking lot. As the evening approached, he was
Speeding? My boy, that was like 25 miles an hour on a fart box Honda Civic. Hatchback. England version. Ugh. You put UK behind anything, that shit just sounds ew.
He was also left alone in the parking lot, making him a prime target for any
Yeah, I do got some bad guy ting
So,
dots.
after thinking about it for a few minutes, he thought it would be best to leave the parking lot and find a more secluded spot for camping. He eventually went down a dirt trail and parked in the middle of nowhere, without any houses or major roads nearby. This turned out to be the worst decision Brendan
Buddy
could have made in that
tweaking.
situation.
Buddy is
Because
tweaking.
at around 2:30 a.m., about 4 hours after he went to sleep, he was woken up by the sound of someone walking around his van.
Bro, and if you understand, if he got woken up by the footsteps, somebody's been walking for a minute. Your brain has to pick up on that in your dream, bro. They've been out there for a minute, my boy. They are circling your shit. Be strapped. You in the hood. Keep your lights down, my boy.
This person then tried to open the van's sliding door. But before Brendan even had a chance to fully
Someone just tried the door.
This happened.
Hey!
Oh, hell no.
Whoever this person was shattered the passenger side window before running away once Brendan started shouting. In the video's description, Brendan speculated that this person was likely trying to steal the mini refrigerator he had on the passenger seat. While this might not be entirely accurate, there's still some truth behind it. Judging by the fact that the intruder fled the moment they heard Brendan, it's likely they were simply looking to steal something, nothing more. As for how they managed to find his van in the middle of nowhere, it's in—
Hold up, did he only have a curtain on the mid part of the van? He didn't have one on the windshield? Yo, my boy, you're fucking tripping. If you're going to be, oh my gosh. Why do people not use their brain to 100% capabilities? It seems only a select few of us can actually do that. Only a select few. Buddy, you're in a car, middle of nowhere. You need to be 100% secluded, covered up. Every window, every vent, every sound you hear, you need to make a mental note. The Wendigo, the rake, the booty snatching devil, the Jersey Devil. Ain't that what he does? Yo, he could have really got touched, man. The Gesture Guy, Desert Reaper. He comes and takes. Okay, bro. He comes and takes your butt.
However, given these circumstances,
this shit finna get deleted, bro. I said that joke, before, and my video got deleted.
There's one comment under the
Gotta
video
cut that out.
When you said you had found the perfect quiet spot,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
From town down a quiet, pitch black lane in the middle of nowhere with nobody else around for miles. At that point, I was absolutely terrified. How on earth you managed to go to sleep to begin with amazes me. A few blokes with their hoods pulled down and armed, and you wouldn't have stood a chance. While nothing truly tragic occurred, the experience was terrifying enough to rattle Brendan. Instead,
like he's not thinking, bro.
He drove through the darkness until daybreak just to make it back home, which was ultimately the right call. He's still making stealth camping video daybreak just to
that would confuse me, bro.
To rattle Brendan. Instead of staying the night, he drove.
Bro, I'd be driving on the wrong side. Yuck.
Through the darkness until daybreak. Just
imagine a right turn. You can dead look at the curb. That shit is nasty. That's the ugliest shit ever.
Was ultimately the right call. He's still making stealth camping videos, but now he's far more cautious about where he parks, especially when it comes to remote or isolated spots.
Get a turret on that bitch.
In March of 2025, a camping
and some torches on the outside. Press a button and it lights everything on fire.
In the Woodland surrounding Ostwestry, England. His plan was simple: travel alongside one of the many hiking trails in the area, and then go off trail to find a good stealth spot. And this worked better than he expected, finding the perfectly hidden camping area in no time.
Tight.
After setting down his supplies, Daniel went to the nearby river to cook a meal before heading back to the spot he found earlier. By the time he came back, it was already starting to get dark, and the trail was starting to empty out, giving Daniel the peace of mind to wind down and call it a night.
Oh my god, water, man.
What happened next made him realize the true danger he was in. After laying out his sleeping bag, settling down, and finally falling...
Oh, he got balls. You talking about the only protection he got from somebody seeing him is his head being covered up? Bro, you're still visible. They can still see you, my boy. You're out in the open in a sleeping bag. At least have an extra protection. A tent. Yo, he's...
asleep. 90 minutes had passed when he was suddenly jolted awake.
100% being spotted. I'm only trying to keep calm and keeping calm. I'm almost too scared to breathe here. I think a dog or something just came in.
Daniel was woken up by the cracking of branches, followed by the light from a flashlight. He eventually found the courage to
no.
unzip his sleeping bag to see who was out there.
Oh, that's right. They're looking straight at me. I am trying not to panic.
By this point, he couldn't think of anything else to do but call out to the person who was now aiming the flashlight at him. But instead of getting a reply of any kind, the person just turned around and disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again.
You see, that's when you have that, what is it, the 1,000 lumens flashlight? Ain't that the brightest, the 1,000 or 10,000, whatever it is? Bro, you get that big-ass powerful flashlight. You put it on its highest setting. You point that bitch right at that motherfucker. Burn them, bro. Burn their retinas. Burn them, and you rush them. Bro, he was coming to do something to you, bro. He walks off slowly and mysteriously, bro.
Never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again.
Hello?
Never to be seen again. He was coming to do something to you, bro. The fact that he's seen you too.
They haven't been about. I haven't seen a single light now for maybe 5-10 minutes.
Bro, and you have no tent. You're just out in the open,
just
bro.
Trying to keep as calm as possible.
In the middle of the
And they
night.
walked off and the light went out. I don't even know which direction they were.
The where?
But somewhere in that direction. I'll forget it. Let's just go.
Yeah.
This experience startled him enough to quickly pack his stuff and hightail out of the wooded area. However, if the person with the flashlight had malicious intent, leaving the campsite wasn't going to be an easy task. The way they refused to respond to Daniel's hello was unsettling enough. But how they silently turned off their light and disappeared into the woods.
Bro, not even that. How did he see him from all the way back there, bro?
That they might have been hiding, waiting to ambush
Nah,
him,
bro.
or
Nah, bro.
possibly worse. That being said, it's entirely possible that the mysterious person was just someone walking their dog at night or something else completely innocent. As for why they didn't reply to Daniel, it's possible they were just as scared as he was after hearing a hello from the darkness of the woods. However, we also can't rule out the possibility that they were trying to sneak up on Daniel for some sinister reason, only turning around once they realized they'd been spotted. Whatever the case may be, Daniel made it out of the woods safely without encountering the same person.
That's the latest I'm ever staying in the woods. Right here. Sunset, my boy. As soon as sunset hit, he having his nice little picnic. My quesadilla, or what is that, a taco? My taco, sour cream, yummy, yummy. Bro, after that, you leave, bro. You don't stay the night in the woods unless you got a tent and you with your bros. You need to be with the bros. At least 4. Minimum 4. Maximum 16. Too many of 16 bros. It's a sausage fest. No hugs. It's a gay orgy. It's a homo sex camp.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that.
Ellie and
Sorry.
Graham are an elderly duo from the UK who travel around the country in their camper van while vlogging
Fuck, I'm apologizing for. I'm standing on that
their
shit, nigga.
adventures on YouTube.
Fuck.
In November
I'm
of
sorry.
2022, they
It's
were
what
on
it
one of
is.
their
If you
trips
have more
when
than
they
16
ended up
dudes at
traveling
one
back
camp,
home to
no
America.
hugs. It's something going
They were
on.
too far away to make it back in one day. After searching online, they found a stealth camping spot on the outskirts of a town called Altrium. It was
4 bros and a
fairly
gun.
small
That's
colony,
what you need. 16
but
bros and a
it was in
gun.
hurry, so they didn't have any other choice
And some
but to camp
hoes.
there for the
And some
night, hoping to
s'mores.
get back on the road the next morning. What they didn't expect, however, was that this would spiral into the most terrifying experience of their entire camping journey.
Camping low-key fun.
By the
I ain't
time
done
they
it in a
got to
minute.
this location, it was already dark out. They parked their van and settled in for the night, going to sleep at around 11 p.m. But then at 1 a.m., both of them woke up to the sound of loud music blaring from a car. However, the music stopped soon after, so they brushed it off and began settling back into their bed. That's when they both heard a disturbing bang coming from their own van. It was loud enough that they thought a tree had fallen onto their van. They quickly rushed outside to see what had happened, and this was the shocking sight they came across.
Just can't believe it. We've just been woken up with the loud
They
bang
busted the window.
and
They busted the window. Get out my car. Get out my mum's car.
dropped something on
Get
the
out my
floor.
car. You dropped something on the floor there.
2 bricks. And someone's just smashed Merlin's windows while we were sleeping.
Someone just smashed my mom's window.
I don't recommend this as a place to stop. They smashed the windscreen, but Graham's hoping he can drive with that.
Oh, they smashed the windshield too. Dang.
With a broken window and a cracked windscreen. About 200 miles from home.
After some investigation, they
200 miles from home. Seeing that's like a... Okay, Florida is about... That's what a 4 hour drive? 3 or 4 hour drive? Let me know if I'm right. That's good geography, if I know.
They found 3 bricks.
Good map
on the van, which
directionals.
was severely damaged.
I think I know what
The
I'm talking
windshield
about.
was cracked, the passenger side window was completely shattered, and
Oh,
the
she
van had a
looks
massive
shook.
dent. Shield was cracked, the passenger side
She looks shook, bro. She is terrified.
window was completely shattered.
Yo,
and the van had a massive
oh my
dent behind the
gosh.
sliding door. More troubling than the physical damage to the van was the psychological impact on Ellie and Graham, who are now absolutely terrified. It's also possible that this could have been a trap designed to lure them out
Is this
of
a
the
woman?
safety of their locked van. However, even after hours had passed, no one approached the couple.
I think he
or
said
attempted
a
to
couple.
break in
Okay,
or
it's a
made
dude
any
and a
kind of move toward them.
old man and
But
an old
instead
woman.
of
I
bringing
think.
comfort, this only made the two
I
even
think-
more unsettled. They were just
I don't know.
attacked with multiple bricks, yet they had no idea who did it and why. After talking to the family from another camper van that was parked nearby, they learned that the attacker came in a car, as the other family heard tire screeches after the attack. Ellie and Graham also figured that this was a group effort, because despite the multiple bricks, there was only one collision sound. In other words, there were at least 3
Them niggas got horrible fucking aim, yo. Whoever fucked with Grams and Gramps, you a lame motherfucker, bro. How you gonna throw 3 bricks and only one connect? How far was y'all? How far was y'all? A brick is a pretty big object, and a van is a pretty even bigger object. You only struck one window. Yeah, you're a fucking loser.
suspects who threw bricks at the same
L
time.
arm.
Why would
Get
anyone
to
attack
gooning a
and
little
literally
bit more.
come
Maybe
out
get
of
your
nowhere
arm
and
strength
then
up.
leave without gaining
I
anything
guess.
from it? Maybe
I
they
guess.
just wanted to scare off campers for whatever reason.
Nigga
But if that
sucks.
were the case, why was the other van spared completely? Unfortunately, there's really no clues to help answer these questions.
It could have been
No
them.
faces were seen, no voices were heard, and no clear motive ever emerged, leaving the entire incident a complete mystery. And while Ellie and Graham were too scared to ever go stealth camping again after this incident, it seems by now they've since made a complete recovery and are back on the road again.
Okay.
On the 15th of July 2022, YouTuber The Abandoned Camper uploaded a video of her stealth camping in an abandoned cemetery.
Yeah, see, you low-key kind of deserve what happens to you here. Bro, you don't disturb the dead, my guy.
From the 1800s. Things started off quite normal as she found a clearing hidden in the thick foliage and began unpacking her
Nah,
camper.
she thinks she Elena from Vampire Diaries or some shit. Bitch, you don't disturb the dead,
Setting
bro.
up camp,
You
she
don't
decided
disturb
to
the
explore
dead.
the cemetery to
Whew.
pass the time until nightfall.
Step back.
And that's when things started to take a strange turn. As she was filming the gravestones, she began to hear what sounded like a bunch of kids screaming.
Bro, she's stepping on the head. Bro, she is stepping on them. Oh my god. Yo, Loki, whatever happens to her is deserved 100%, bro. She get snatched up. The what's his name? The Flying Dutchman finna get your ass. The Flying Dutchman finna strike.
She assumed she was alone in the cemetery. However, she could not have been more wrong. As she was going back to her camp, she saw a group
Ew.
of kids in the distance who likely knew about her presence.
So if you can't tell, it's pretty dark. Here, right now.
And you're gonna
There's
stay there?
kids here, like young kids, in the cemetery. And I'm wondering how active this place actually is. Do people come here at night and kind of party in the forest or something?
2 kids party in the forest. I'm assuming they're like 10 or 12. What the fuck they gonna do? Drink root beer, pretend they're drunk on some people's graves, dance on them bitches? What are you talking about? What is she talking about, bro? Go home.
That dog kind of ruined it. Not ruined it, I shouldn't say that.
No, the dog's trying to warn your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, these ghost children are here every night. They torment me in my doghouse. I hate when I have to sleep outside. I'm so scared when I have to go outside. I piss in the floor in the house so they keep me outside. Yo, this dog's trying to warn you, bro. This dog is trying to warn you. You need to be able to be a dog whisperer. What'd you say, Fido? Oof, oof. Oh. What's that show? What's that dog? What's the dog that he talks to the kid and he warned him about the dude who fell in the well? Oh, Yeller? I don't know.
The dog barking, I didn't want to disturb.
I don't know.
Especially since
Is that Old Yeller?
here. So
I don't know.
I'll finish my exploring tomorrow morning.
Marley?
Because there seems to be
Marley and me?
See?
I don't know.
Hear them? I think they know I'm here. That's not good.
I mean, you have a big ass flashlight on
At
you,
this
so.
point, she was pretty certain that the kids knew about her and were just messing with her. However, she still kept her camera rolling just in case, and even made sure that she wasn't followed back to the campsite.
I'm gonna keep this recording. Just in case. But I'm also gonna stop and find out what they're doing. If they're actually watching me or not. Well, I can see them.
Bro, that's
I
weird,
just
bro.
want them to see where I'm going.
Take off in the trees. Prone. Go prone and crawl behind the tombstones. You obviously don't care. You were stepping on top of them. Crawl on them now. Be stealth. Tom Clancy this shit.
I think they're gone.
Once back at her stealth campsite,
She gonna light a
started to
fire?
fire to cook her food. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a huge mistake, because shortly after starting the fire, she started hearing the sound of people talking and walking toward her in the forest.
There are people walking around back here. They don't have headlamps on, but like I said in my last video, I do not like being around people in the middle of the forest, especially when it's dark out.
Then why are you out there? What type of thrill do these people be seeking? I wonder what these solo campers, explorers, adventurers be like. What type of thrill is that? Like, if I'm on a hike or something, bro, I have to be with at least 3 to 4 people. Bro, too much crazy shit be going on in these woods. The woods hold secrets. The woods hold secrets, and secrets must be held inside the woods. Missing 411? Don't be a part of that. Don't be a part of that shit. It's better to stay inside.
So, I might pack up and get out of here when I think the coast is clear.
Ew, turn that down.
It's unclear what the kids' intentions were, and we likely won't ever know, as she made the wise decision to avoid any risk by packing up her things and quickly leaving the cemetery, making sure to remain as quiet as possible.
Oh my gosh. The only smart one was the dude in the solo tent and her. But they both did the dumbest choices. So here's what y'all get. You get a half clap. That's all you get. That's all you get. You have to be a dum-dum to sleep out in the forest all alone. Wise words of me. You have to be a dum-dum to sleep out in the woods alone. Dum-dum.